Hey guys, Max the Geek here from maxthegeek.com. In this iPhone SDK tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a dodging game. Now, this is probably the most games that people would be making. This is what people are wanting to find out. They're just getting many different tutorials on how to do this, but I thought I would combine them all into one tutorial. And it's probably going to be at least in 2 parts, if not 3 parts, so it's not too hard to do, and it's basically a game where this thing moves around, you gotta try and dodge that, and if you get hit, game over, you just got hit, and it will freeze. It's fairly simple to do, it's just a couple lines of code, and I'll be showing you guys how to do that today. So, let's just get right into it. So, just close that project. So go to Xcode, create a new project. I'm just going to create a simple view-based application. And let me just call it Dodge, I guess. And if I create my Dodge project, we want to first get our 2 images. I'm just going to copy and paste these 2 images I used in my other project. And get your 2 images and drag them into your project itself. Our Dodge. Drag them in. Now we're going to need go to our view controller .h. We'll just stretch this out a bit so you guys can see it. So we want to go to our view controller .h, and here is where we enter our code. So we want to create 2 IB outlets. So IB outlet, it is a UI image view, and I'm just going to call the first one 1. And end it with a semicolon. So the 1 is going to be the one that you're going to drag around with your finger or your mouse, whatever you use it in. So it's going to be the draggable image. And then number 2 is going to be the image that will move around. So 2 and semicolon. Now we're going to need to add our GC point, our CG point, sorry. So CG point space pose. Just call it pose because it'll be a lot easier, trust me, because this line is written down like 1,000 times in our .m. Used a lot. So it's just easier to call it the same thing. What the GC point is, that's going to define the moving image that's moving around. It's going to define the area that's in, and it's going to create a GC point every spot it moves in. So that's what that's for. And now we're going to need to create an app property. So press enter after this curly bracket, app property, space, bracket, non-atomic, comma, space, retain, and end that, and it is UI image view, and we called it 2, because the 2 is going to be, or 1, sorry, make that. And our 1 is what's going to, that's what's going to be, or sorry guys, I'm out of it today, it's 2, because 2 is going to be, our thing that moves around. So this is the property non-atomic retain 2, that is the thing that will make it move around. And we're good there. Now we can just save that. We're going to go to our view controller.xib, and then we want to drag in our 2 image views. I'm just going to change, sorry about that, I'm going to change the background of this to, let's say, green. That's hard in the eyes. Orange, whatever. It's going to be very weird, but it's going to be orange. Dragging our 2 UI image views, and the first image is going to be the hard drive. We'll scale to fill, and that's going to be a thing that we're going to drag around. And our second one will be the one we're trying to dodge. So our image would be our 2, scale to fill. Make it the size you want. If you want to be really hard game, make it big, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to make it a fairly small image. And just randomly arrange them on the screen. I'm just going to kind of put them wherever. And now we want to select our file zoner, go up here to this arrow tool and drag your 1. So it's really important to remember our 1 is our draggable image and our 2 is our one that we're trying to dodge. It doesn't matter what you call them. I was kind of screwing around in the beginning trying to figure out which one it was in the non-atomic property. But anyway, save it in Interface Builder. And after we do that, we're going to need to do some stuff in our .m. So go to your viewcontroller.m. So after the implementation, we got a lot of typing to do, so bear with me here. So synthesize 2, because the 2 is going to be the thing that's going to move around. But we're not going to be doing that right now, so just enter the synthesize 2 just for now. Right now we're going to make our touches work, so we're going to do dash space void, void, touches, begin, and set touches with event. It basically does everything for you right here. Then we just need to open our brackets, UI touch, and we're going to define this as just touch. So that's what it's going to be defined as, equals, open square brackets twice, event, all touches. That's basically saying that everywhere you touch, it will do what you tell it to do. So, space any object. That's basically saying that it will do it for anything, not just, yeah. So, our CG point, new line, CG point, location. So location, if I can spell it right. So location equals, open square brackets, touch, location, so touch location in view, and it's going to be a touch, like we define it to be. And it's going to be .view because the thing we're going to be dragging the image around on is inside the view. So after you have did all that stuff, want to make a new line, and this is the image name. So the image we're dragging around is 1.center space equals space location, semicolon, and we can close our square brackets. And there's one more line of code here, and this is what's going to just define some more stuff. So dash space void space, or not space, sorry, touches moved. So let me see your touches, so it's ES moved. So touches moved, set touch with event, UI event. It basically does everything all over again for us. So just open our brackets, press enter twice or how many times you wish, and this is where our one simple line of code. So it's self touches began touches, really simple right there, with event, and our event is going to be called simply event. We'll enter square brackets, and we will end our parentheses as well. So with any luck, if we build and run and save all, we will see that we'll be able to move Sorry about that, I need to install it on my simulator. So with any luck, we should be able to drag the UI image around. So open a project up, as you can see, we can now drag our hard drive around. It's pretty cool. So that's basically part 1. Watch part 2 to learn how to make this move around and to make it do something when they hit each other. So stay tuned for part 2.